Hey guys, we have something special lined up for tonight. Now, the last time I tried to play the original Resident Evil 2, it did not go well. I encountered a glitch that pretty much blacked out the screen. But now the HD mod has released an update that makes the game look even better. It makes it look like one of those indie titles that's inspired by the retro Resident Evil games, so we are going to play Leon A. Now, if you're playing on PC, the important part is to fine-tune the controls first. I'm using a controller, a DualShock 4 hooked up to the laptop. So I'm gonna switch it to the classic PlayStation controllers first. Yeah, that looks good. We're gonna play on original mode. I did click on arrange mode when I was testing the audio for the game. It took me around a day and a half to get the audio settings right for this game. This game is actually, the audio is kind of low. I also increased the brightness so you guys can see because this game is very dark. We're gonna play on as Leon first. We're gonna do Leon A and then Claire B eventually. And we're gonna play on normal. I know arrange mode has normal and easy. Originally, arrange mode was supposed to be a much easier version of the game. I don't know what the difference is here between arrange normal and original mode normal, so we're just gonna stick with the regular setting.
Resident Evil 2.
Alright, here we go.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T-virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special STARS unit immediately began investigation in the affair. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
Ah, this good old intro. We were also excited to play Resident Evil 2 after the first one originally, right? Even though the first game didn't really have the best story or definitely not the best voice acting, it was still a pretty good game overall for the time.
What have we got here?
Red-headed Leon. We haven't seen that since then, right? Even though it was an error, supposedly.
Guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Something about the shading not being right for the hair or something like that, but apparently he was always supposed to be blonde. Or dark blonde at any rate.
Man, what a mess. What could have done this?
I think his voice actor passed away, didn't he?
What was that? What are these things? All right, that's far enough. Don't move. Don't move. No! What's up with that guy? That was a clean hit.
The cutscenes look good. I think they modified them right to make them look better.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There!
going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great. The
insane.
radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
That's Jubilee from the X-Men. Allison Court.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
Look out!
That zombie went flying.
You okay?
Still in one piece.
Maniac's gonna ram us! Run! Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
So I spent about a day and a half messing around with the audio settings for this game. Like I said, this game is really quiet, at least on PC. So this is probably as good as you're gonna get. I may mess around with it later on. Now there is a famous Easter egg where if you reach the police station without picking up any items whatsoever, Brad will appear there as a zombie, and if you kill zombie Brad you can get a key for the locker in the save room. And we are definitely gonna do that because I want the alternate costume for Leon, the one who has the leather jacket and the jeans. I really want that alternate costume for Leon, so yeah, we're gonna try to reach the police station without picking up any items. If it's too difficult, then maybe we'll just reset and start over. It shouldn't be that difficult though. There's only a couple parts where you can get ambushed by the zombies. Here we go. It looks good so far. I've heard this speech from Kendall so many times testing the audio for this game. I've easily heard it at least like 17 times.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
There he is.
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
Old Kendo.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I don't have a clue. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
This man was in the middle of a zombie outbreak forming in the city and he didn't even notice. There's definitely a disconnect between this game and Resident Evil 3 where they made it seem that everyone was in a panic and there was a military blockade blocking the town and all sorts of stuff, and here it's almost like, no, it just happened out of the blue, out of nowhere. Okay, so since we can't pick up any items, we cannot pick up the ammo here. There's 2 ammo boxes right there.
But you should be safe inside here. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
That also means we cannot pick up Kendo's shotgun. So sorry Kendo, you're on your own. Want to see him get killed again. You'd think he'd have known better than to stand right by the door. You know? Just saying, he could have stood by the counter. He would have had a clean shot at those zombies. Instead he got killed. Old Kendo's good for me, but I definitely prefer the new, more serious Kendo. These are the guys with the first problem, trying to dodge them. See if we can push them back. God damn it. Alright, got bit twice. There's a Michael Jackson reference somewhere, Blood on the Dance Floor. I don't know if they kept it for this version or not, or if it's in the basketball court. I know it is there in the original one. Oh, look at how great the billboards look. Apparently they redesigned and redrew everything by hand for this HD mod. Like I said, the game looks literally now like one of those indie horror games that's inspired by the old Resident Evil. Pretty cool. Now I just gotta get to work on fixing the one for RE3, which mostly looks pretty good, but the faces are kind of warped and distorted. See some more textures. Oh, look at that! This looks great. Look at how great this looks. Looking forward to seeing how much better some areas look later on, like the sewers and the umbrella plant. That's one you definitely want to kill, and you want to shoot this guy as well. We don't have to kill him, just knock him down. Got 11 shots. Ooh. This one's tricky. But we made it, there we go. No items used and we're still in good health. So Brad should be here now. I think we can go and get the shotgun and kill him with the shotgun. Oh yeah, there he is, Zombie Brad. Brad Thickers, the coward of the STARS unit. You suck, Brad. You got Marvin killed in the new canon. Man, this looks so good. Capcom should hire these guys and have them do an actual official remaster for the game, because they would do it perfectly. Look at that. Looks awesome. I always like it when they touch up games like this with fan efforts. I know it was done for Soul Reaver 1, and they actually used that as the basis for the remaster. Like most of the texture work for Soul Reaver 1 remaster from Aspyr is actually done by Raina Audron when she did the original HD mod for Soul Reaver 1. An old fountain, something's written here. To obtain the key to open your heart, I'll wait for the unicorn, the beautiful beast. Alright, let's go pay a visit to Marvin. Now we can pick up items. I think Brad stays there until you kill him, so we can just go grab the shotgun and come back and shoot him. That way we don't waste ammo, because he literally takes like 15 to 20 handgun bullets to kill, and since we didn't pick up the extra ammo, we don't have that right now, so we can't spare the ammo on him, so we gotta go for the shotgun instead and come back.
Oh, man.
Hey there, Will Smith.
Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Leon. Sorry, but it looks like your party has been cancelled.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving zombies in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything. They risked their lives to reveal the truth, but no one believed them.
There's Jojo's locker.
Not long after that, all this started to happen.
Hang in there.
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But...
Just go.
Alright, Will Smith, I got you.
fine. But I'm coming back for you. Just hold on.
Hang in there, Will. We'll come back for you soon. Now this is funny here. He locked the door. If he was struggling so much to just even be conscious, how could he get up and suddenly lock a door, walk like 6 feet over to where the door is? just like that. I guess he wasn't struggling that bad. Alright, let's unlock the door. I always thought that one in the bottom looked like a face. I still think it does. Like a zombie face. You see it there where it says test? I think it's supposed to be... a snapshot of the precinct lobby. But it looks like a zombie face to me. Alright. Yeah, we could go back out and shoot Brad, but we gotta get the shotgun first. That'll make it much easier. If only they let you pick up a kendo shotgun, but no, it says no items. Police memorandum. This letter is just to inform everyone about the recent movement of equipment that has happened during the precinct's rearrangement. The safe with 4-digit lock has been moved from the STARS office on the 2nd floor to the Eastern office. On the 1st floor, 2236. Raccoon Police Liaison Department. What do we have in the good old box? Nothing. We have nothing in the box. Let's put away the knives in. That thing sucks, so we don't need it. There's the liquor. This desk is locked. Oh, look at the detail work on his faces. I think they said like they redrew everything by hand. That's dedication. They're going, you know, far and above to deliver the best experience for you. Even Capcom won't go that far. Capcom just put the games on a GOG, and they were actually reluctant to do so because apparently some idiot at Capcom said, and he was an executive, he said he didn't understand why people want to play the old games because the new ones are much better at it. They're much better experiences. I'm guessing he didn't play Resident Evil 3 because he didn't know that was bullshit. So yeah, it's important to preserve the original games no matter how good or bad the remakes are, you know, because for every Resident Evil 2 or Silent Hill 2 there's also a Resident Evil 3. There's one remake that's really terrible and just makes it obvious why you still need the original, you know. The original experience is still needed, so I'm glad GOG didn't listen to them and actually put them on there. There's the old poster with Kobe. So they just showed off Leon at on Resident Evil 9 at the Game Awards a few days ago. Gaming's worst kept secret. Everybody knew he was in there and they just didn't want to show him off. But to be fair, it was a freaking Dust Golem, that freaking troll that leaked everything first. If not for him, it might have been a genuine surprise. We need a cord for that. The head is missing. It seems to have been twisted off. Those lickers can do amazing things with their tongue. Look at the wanted and missing posters. They look nice. Almost as nice as this cutscene. When I was little, I always thought those were eyes at first when I first saw them. Those two empty spots right there. I didn't realize they have no eyes. That's just the brain matter. Yeah, the trick to dodging that guy is to just go stand very still at first, and let's go stand very still at first, and then just go to his right, and he'll completely miss you. Sometimes he won't even react. When I was testing it the previous 2 times, he did not react at all. And now we can go and grab the green herbs, since unless you run, he's not gonna fall down from the ceiling. And I think we only have to return to this hallway once. After that, we can use the one that goes to the office with the little lockers. Keep away from the windows since the zombies will reach out to try to grab you. Yeah, so they showed off more Resident Evil 9. It's looking okay. I'm not excited for it at all. It's just I don't know, it's just something about the new games. Like after Village, it just doesn't excite me anymore. You know, like Remake 4 was pretty good, but Village was kind of mediocre, and then this one, we just don't know much about it other than they're going back to Raccoon City for at least one segment, and Leon's in it and Grace is in it. So apparently Grace is going to be like the horror half of the game, and then Leon will be the action half. You know, Grace has all the tension and Leon has all the ass kicking. But other than that, we don't know much. Like, we don't know who the main villain really is. We heard his name, but we don't know who he really is or what he wants. We don't know what Leon's been up to all these years. We don't know what Grace uncovered about her mom before she got killed. Like, we don't know anything, so it's pretty tough to get excited for that game when we barely know anything about it. And the same demo that everyone's been discussing is pretty much the same one that debuted like at Tokyo Game Show a few months ago. So it's just we haven't had any new information other than Leon's here, which everybody knew already. So it is what it is. I'll still buy it and play, but I'm just not excited about it. Operation Report. Raccoon Police Department was unexpectedly attacked by zombies. Many have been injured, even more were killed. During the attack, our communications equipment was destroyed and we no longer have the contact with the outside. We had decided to carry out an operation with the intent of rescuing any possible survivors as well to prevent this disaster from spreading beyond Raccoon City. The details of the operation are as follows. Security of armaments and ammunition. Chief Irons has voiced concern regarding the issue of terrorism due to a series of recent unresolved events. On the very day before the zombies attack, he made the decision to relocate all the weapons to scattered intervals throughout the building as a temporary measure to prevent their possible seizure. Unfortunately, this decision has made it extremely difficult for us to locate all ammunition caches. It has become our top priority to recover the scattered munitions. Yeah, so that gives you an explanation why the ammo is scattered around everywhere. Chief Irons ordered them to do so, claiming that that terrorist suspects might get their hands on it. But obviously we know Chief Irons was just trying to screw them all over. You know, leave it so that they couldn't defend themselves. To unlock the weapon storage, as stated earlier, it would be extremely difficult to secure all the ammunition. However, a considerable supply still remains in the underground weapon storage. Unfortunately, the person in charge of the car key used to access the weapon storage is missing and we have been unable to locate the key. One of the breakers went down during the battle and the electronic locks are not functioning in certain areas. It has become a top priority to restore power in the power room and secure those locks. Recorder David Ford. God damn, it keeps on going. September 27, 1 p.m. The west barricade has been broken through and another exchange ensued. We sheltered the injured in the confiscation report. Confiscation room at the first floor temporarily. 12 more people were injured in the battle. 3 additional people were killed following the sudden appearance of an as yet unknown creature. This creature is identified by missing patches of skin and razor-like claws. However, its most distinguishing characteristic is this lance-like tongue. Oh, the tongue is missing. It's its lance-like tongue, capable of piercing a human torso in an instant. Their numbers as well as their location remains unknown. We have tentatively named this creature the Licker and are currently in the process of developing countermeasures to deal with this new threat. So they ran out of time to do so. I don't think I'm gonna read every memo because some of them are quite long, especially once you get to the sewers. You have like the Watchman's diary or like the sewer worker's diary about William Birkin and stuff like that, and it's just really long, so I'm not gonna read all of them. We've played this game 1,000 times already, we know. Oh, I do like the textures. Look at that. Now you can actually read what's on the board. Kills extreme, devour, spread and bites. Look at that, a photo of the dog. The Doberman. Look at that, outbreak reported near Central Hospital. That's for outbreak. Trust no one. Fox Motor. Oh, 555-1998. City Services. Or Civil Services. That is my nemesis, 555. It immediately takes you out of any game because we know that that number is only used for fictional companies and stuff like that. Remove barricades to clear escape route in case of an emergency. Yeah, so Chief Irons pretty much sabotaged every single effort they made, which is why they all got screwed. It's a fireplace and oil painting hangs above it. The title is A Sacrifice to the Hellfire. Let's burn that so we can get the Red Heart Jewel. Got the red jewel. That goes upstairs. Kobe. I was just watching the NBA Cup a couple hours ago. It was a good game, but I kind of screwed up the betting for it. I kind of hedged it way too soon and it ended up only getting a minor profit. But it was still a good game. The Knicks won, so that bodes well for them. It'll be interesting to see how far they go. See how far Leon gets without getting bitten here. God damn it. Not very far at all. Shit. Back off, fool. God damn. Damn, his arm is still clinging to him. We do have to clear this hallway. This is a definite must. Because we gotta pass through here a lot, so these zombies have to die. They're so tanky. Let's take care of this guy. The way you know they're dead is when Leon can no longer aim at something. That's when you know they're well and truly dead. It's too dark to see anything outside. There's the window where good old Nemesis jumped through to pursue Jill. I'm glad they fixed that. We no longer have to worry why it was intact after Jill had to dodge Nemesis when he broke through there. Look at that, we can read the whiteboard now. Don't leave the darkroom door open. Oh, one thing, you can skip the door loading animations. Let's put this away for now. Gonna put these away. We're only gonna use one, since we got bit. Any ammo in here? Operation Report 2. Yeah, that's just detailing that they got more people killed and now they're down to 4. Including whoever's writing the memo. Their plan was to get to the sewers. Yeah, Elliot, that's the guy who gets ripped in half in the remake. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all of them because that would take a huge amount of time. It's locked. A special kind of key is required. That's what we need the key for from Brad. I can develop film here. Yeah, you can skip this animation. It's still nostalgic, but there's no point. The game loads instantly if you skip it. Something is written on the mountain, the god of sun and the god of moon. Their gaze upon me is the only thing that can release red soul. So basically just push the statues over here. I've played this game so many times, I got it pretty much memorized now. It's down to a routine. The statue looks good too. They did a lot of great work on this. I was gonna play RoboCop tonight because I wanted to get back to that game, but no, I thought I wanna show off this Resident Evil a bit. Because these games are always fun to revisit. They're timeless basically. It's like games like Mario, like Super Mario World and Mega Man X, you know, Metal Gear Solid, they're just timeless. They're still appealing even today. There you go. I'm guessing it's magnetized. That's how the statue keeps clinging onto the red jewel. I'm guessing Chief Irons has a magnet installed in there or something. We're running out of ammo, unfortunately, but still got 20 bullets. Barry should have someone in his desk. Damn, down to 11 bullets. Then we should have brought the knife along. Just so we can shoot them. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. This guy is not. Damn, we should have brought the knife along. Let's see if one more does it. Yep. Okay, so the hallway's clear, but we're down to one single bullet. That sucks. Grab the shotgun. So we can go out there and kill Brad. Look at that! They actually redid the picture here. Now we can actually see her boyfriend pretty clearly. And there's her beret too. It's a picture of a young man. There's a good chance it's her boyfriend. So in the remake they replaced it with a picture of her dog. Or a dog. Some people might have complained, but I think honestly the dog was probably an upgrade. Dogs are much more loyal than men. The desk is disorganized and untidy. It probably reflects the owner's personality. There's a shot thrown at Chris there. The Made in Heaven jacket. And more Kobe posters. Look at that. They really love Kobe in this department, didn't they? And I guess in Japan too. Chris's diary. I'll read this one. I talked to the chief today once again, but he refused to listen to me. I know for certain that Umbrella conducted T-virus research in that mansion. Anyone infected turns into a zombie. Apparently there's a memo in some version of the game. I think it's the Nintendo 64 one. I think it's called the EX memos, extra files that you can pick up, and I'm guessing no, I think in one of them Chris actually refers to the dog as a zombie dog. That no wonder nobody take you seriously, bro. If you're calling them zombie dogs and expecting that to be taken seriously in a report. He sounded like a lunatic. But the entire mansion went up in that explosion, along with any incriminating evidence. Since Umbrella employs so many people in town, no one is willing to talk about the incident. It looks like I'm running out of options. Shouldn't have had Rebecca blow up the mansion then. That was a huge bungle on you guys' part. Blowing up the only evidence that was left about the incident. We've been receiving a lot of local reports about strange monsters appearing at random throughout the city. This must be the work of Umbrella. With the help of Gio and Barry, I finally obtained information vital to this case. Umbrella has begun research on the new G-Virus, a variation of the original T-Virus. Haven't they done enough damage already? We talked it over and have decided to fly to the main Umbrella HQ in Europe. I won't tell my sister about this trip because doing so could put her in danger. Please forgive me, Claire. So basically he let her come over here knowing the city was likely falling victim to a zombie outbreak, and he was also going to fly to the main Umbrella headquarters. Like, what were you going to do there in the first place, Chris? You, Joe, and Barry, like, you weren't going to do shit. We'd just gotten killed. Idiot. Will you take the unicorn medal? Yes.
Leon!
There's Claire.
It's good to see you're still among the living. It looks like we're not gonna find your brother here after all.
That's a big-ass diary.
There's no reason for us to stay any longer than necessary. Let's split up, look for any survivors, and get out of here.
Right.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it. That way we can keep in touch if anything happens.
At least he's trying to look for survivors. There are various devices. This must be where they gather information. This is obviously Rebecca's desk. I've heard people question why she would get her own desk being a rookie, but she's obviously the medic. Several files from past cases, nothing useful here. It is odd that Bravo team didn't have that they didn't have a desk here. Maybe there's supposed to be another office somewhere. There's a STARS logo. A picture of the STARS member. Oh, here you go. Look at that. Picture of Jill and the others. They all look pretty good, Except for Wesker, I think they got his hair slightly wrong. Like, Wesker had more hair than that, definitely. There's Forrest. Without his bomb that he gets strapped into when he turns into a zombie. Ah, here you go. Barry has some ammo. Thank God. It appears to be a replica of a gun. The owner's probably a member of the NRA. You think? Oh, look at that. They actually did pictures of Barry and his daughters. And I guess his wife too. Look at that. Even one that says Daddy. I'm guessing Maury or Polly drew that one. Arclay Lake. That fish. You think that fish was contaminated by the T-virus? There are various trophies. One of them reads, Marksman Contest winner Chris Redfield. The original man. It's trash. Someone must have searched the desk. Now if you search this desk 50 times, as we all know, you get a photo of Rebecca in her basketball uniform. So we're gonna search it. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just keep repeating it until you get the picture. There we go. Got the film. I miss when developers used to put Easter eggs like this in video games. Now everything has to be spelled out for you because people are so damn stupid they can't be bothered to search the game thoroughly. Batman tried to do that with Arkham Asylum, where they hid the hint for the next game inside a wall in the asylum, and they hid it so well that nobody ever discovered it on their own until like a year later or something like that. So the developers pretty much had to put a video showing where to go and what to blow up. They had to put up that video themselves because nobody found it on their own. There we go, grab the shotgun. I think if you get Kendall's shotgun, you have 2 shotguns now, which could be useful. Brad Dickers is going down. Nothing suspicious nor out of the ordinary.
What is happening to this city?
Oh, sounding a little crispy there, Claire. Alright, you keep examining your brother's desk there. We're gonna move on with the mission. I gotta finish Silent Hill F2 because I want to play Blood Omen 2 after this. But I don't want to have too many games going on at once. In the remake, there is a section of the precinct that's blocked off. I'm guessing that's where the office for the Bravo team was at. Alright, let's go see if Brad is still out there. Hopefully he is. It would be messed up if he disappeared. So it didn't take me a full day and a half to actually mess around with the settings. Like, it was more like 4 hours pretty much. Split over 2 days or over a day and a half. Because for some reason the audio on the PC version is just really low, so no matter what setting I tried to put on OBS, it just would not work. Oh, this is where the zombies are gonna grab us. Remember that picture from the early previews of Resident Evil 2? God damn. But when they first put that out, they were using images from the cancelled version of RE 1.5, where the zombies actually looked cooler. Oh shit. I forgot we gotta sneak by this guy. Motherfucker. Yeah, you stay there and think about what you've done. Let's reload this gun. Oh, damn, we forgot to develop the picture. I guess we'll have to do it when we come back. We should probably make our first save just in case we get killed. Especially since we're gonna go down there to try to kill Brad. Guessing we might as well make a save right over here. Do you miss the old ink ribbons in games? What is this? Create new? Leon Max? Claire Max? What is this? I'm gonna have to test that out and see what it is, because I have no clue. What is Leon Max? No clue what that is. Oh good, he's still down there. I was worried he'd disappear. Here we go. Your time is up, Brad. It's time to die. Let's make sure we get a good angle on him. There we go. That should have been a trophy in the new Resident Evil 2. They should have kept the Brad death intact as it was here, instead of giving him that lame ass death with the zombies later on. Like he got infected by the zombies and then bit Marvin and infected him. Like that was whack. That sucked. But then a lot of things about that game sucked. I heard there's some new angle for the camera that you can get at these zombies. I guess if you kill them, but we don't have the ammo to do that, so we're just gonna ignore it. But apparently there's some different camera angle that you get there. If you kill all the zombies. Alright, so it took care of zombie Brad. Let's grab the medal while we're here. One cool thing about the original, if you had a PlayStation 1, obviously you needed to play the original, but when you put in the disc without starting the game, you can actually watch some of these CG cutscenes outside the game. Metal Gear Solid did the same thing with the live action cutscenes. The one that was old footage of people doing genetic research and the Gulf War and stuff like that, you could actually watch that movie or movies outside the game. I'm gonna put this away because I think we're gonna get something from the spade key. So we're gonna put this away for now. Gonna put the jewel away because we haven't gotten over there yet. We gotta use the keys first. I'm gonna keep the. Now you know what? Let's put the first aid spray away. Let's carefully make our way over here. Always stay to his side, to his right. I tried playing a bit of oh damn it, did we miss the spade key door? Shit. God damn it, did we miss that door? Copy machine. Patrol report. That's about a suspicious individual they caught in the sewers. I think that's supposed to be Hunk. Yeah, small amount of C4 explosive, an electronic detonator, 9x9 parabellum rounds, infrared scope, broken. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be Hunk at this time. He was down in the sewers, obviously. Yeah, we need the crank. I think in the B scenario there's only a first aid kit. Or a first aid spray here, rather. More bullets. Nice. The lickers are not too hard to dodge as long as you know what you're doing. As long as you keep moving, it's pretty hard to get hit by them. It's actually a lot easier for them to hit you on the remake version, because those ones are ruthless, but these are, you can actually dodge pretty well. And here we go. Good old Rebecca in her basketball uniform, recruit. Looking a whole lot nicer than the photo where Capcom photoshopped her legs onto the picture, and it just looks completely awkward and unreal. Her legs are basically sticking out of the uniform because they used the picture of her DLC costume from Resident Evil 0, so it just looks completely messed up. Film D has been filed. People ask all the time, why you think Wesker had that picture of her in there? Maybe he was a basketball fan, who knows, but I think it's more likely that she sent it to him. Like, Wesker doesn't really seem like the type to be interested in women, you know, get what I mean? He's all business. He's more interested in power and wealth. I don't think he particularly cares for women, so I think it's much more likely that she sent it that picture or gave it to him. Let's use a special key. There we go. We have 2 outfits. There are 2 outfits that should fit you. Will you change your clothes? Yes. Now the right one lets Leon hold the gun like a gangster, but I want this one, the left one. Let's just see what the right one looks. Please wait a minute. Oh, look at that. Look at the guns on Leon. And he wields that shotgun too. See, look at now, he's one-handed. Oh, and it's sideways too. Isn't that what Eva does in Metal Gear Solid 3? Something like sweeping or something like that, used by Chinese bandits. I know they use that style of shooting in Hard Boiled and other John Woo action films. Look at that. We're so smooth we can move without turning our step. We just move automatically like a statue. Or like an action figure or something mounted on a revolving base. Look at that, we just move flawlessly. But as nice as that one looks, it's not my preferred one. I actually like this one much better. There we go, that's my Leon. Look at that. Oh, and he still wields it sideways. That's nice. I think in the original was only with the other costume, but here he does it with this one. Yeah, I just like the leather jacket here with the skull and the American flag on the left shoulder and those tight ass jeans. Look at that. The crotch area is really tight in this one. This one must be uncomfortable to move in, but oh, look at those boots too. I was gonna say look at those loafers, but I think they're boots. Yeah, this one looks good. If only we could see what was written on the jacket close up. But yeah, this is my preferred outfit for Leon. Definitely. And since you can't get the outfits in the B scenarios because you don't go into the front door, you go into the back. So for a B scenario, we're pretty much stuck with Leon's regular outfit, his traditional clothing. So we might as well use the outfit here because we're not gonna get another chance to do so in B scenario. Same thing for Claire. We can only get her alternate costume in the 6-shooter in Claire A. You can't get it in B. We're gonna save once. Yeah, what the hell is Leon Max? I wish I could figure out what that is. I think I'm gonna have to load it up after this and then just see what the hell it is. Like, what is Leon and Claire Max? We do not have any small keys yet, so we cannot open the drawer in the next room. The next room is actually filled with zombies, but I think we should be able to sneak past them, maybe. Because I don't think there's anything at the end, right? I think it's just ammo. Yeah, look at those tight-ass jeans. Like, his balls must be getting squished in there. A small ventilation shaft. It's far too small for an adult to fit into. That's where Sherry goes when she's trying to avoid the characters. I guess that that skull means Leon's bad to the bone, right? Cool soda. Look at that, they ripped off the Coca-Cola logo. I'm wondering, should we go for those handgun bullets or not? How many of them are there? Yeah, fuck it, let's go for it. It's only 4. There we go, whatever, we can use one. We can use a shotgun on one and then we'll just kill the others. Or maybe we'll use one shell. Let's see if we can get them all to line up and we can just shoot them. Yeah, let's see if we can get them all to line up properly. Want to make sure they're all in frame. There we go. Nice. 1 shot. 3 zombies. He's still alive. Now he's not. Damn, they ate that other zombie completely. Where's his head? And his fingers? The desk is locked. We need a small key. The famous library bookshelf puzzle. Because every library should have electronic movable shelves, right? There's a red herb. We can combine those with the green ones. Since the game penalizes you for using the first aid sprays. That should have broken his ankle right there. Yeah, I have this all memorized by now. I've played this game so many times already. Got the bishop plug. Oh, here's the zombies. Look at Leon shooting like a gangster, like a badass. Okay, so there's nothing over here, so we just wasted ammo. Never mind. I guess we do have to take them out anyway. Just to clear the area. Once you see the blood puddle forms, that's when you know for sure they're dead. Let's push the emergency ladder. The one thing about fixed camera angles is very difficult to tell where the enemy is coming from sometimes, you know. I think we should be able to avoid this guy if we lure him over the right way. At least until we have more ammo, we can deal with him. There we go. The problem is, I think once you come back, he's gonna be right in the middle, so there's no avoiding him then. But hopefully by then we'll have more bullets. Look at that, the small key, we need it. This one we are gonna read because it's kinda juicy. Secretary's Diary A. I accidentally moved one of the stone statues on the second floor when I leaned against it. When the chief found out about it, he was furious. I swear the guy nearly hit my head off, screaming at me never to touch the statue again. If it's so important, then maybe he shouldn't have put it out in the open like that. I heard that all the art pieces from the chief's collection are rare items literally worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know which is the bigger mystery, where he finds those tacky things, or where he's getting the money to pay for them. I wasn't surprised to see the chief come in with yet another large picture frame in his hands. This time it was a really disturbing painting depicting a nude person being hanged. I was appalled by the expression of the chief's face as he leered at that painting. Why anyone would consider something like that to be a work of art is beyond my comprehension. This guy was really disturbed by the chief's taste in art. He's an art critic. Let's put this away for now since we don't need it. Gonna combine that one. That's gonna be the first of our health items that we save. We need those for boss fights because, like I said, they penalize you for using first aid sprays, which is kind of stupid, but still. What they don't penalize you for is using saves. It is really bugging me that I don't know what that is. Leon Max and Claire Max. What is that? I'm guessing that's with all the bonus items unlocked. You know, the Gatling gun, the rocket launcher, the machine gun. I'm guessing that's all that stuff. Because what else could it be? I don't think we need the crank. No, we don't need a crank for now. Because we need the valve to turn off the fire. We can safely ignore these guys for now. I think they disappear, maybe. I've gotten so used to the 180-degree turn that it's rough to play games without it. Going back to this game and it doesn't have that turn. He's been pecked to death. Look at the graphics work on that guy. They did a really good job of making it seem more modern, you know. Like I said, it looks like one of the indie games that were inspired by the retro Resident Evils. That's what it looks like now. Like something someone would make today and intentionally use that retro style for the graphics. Okay, so we got a ton of health items there. Let's grab this guy's bullets. Got 45. Where are they? Now this guy on the right, you never have to bother with him at all. You can just leave him there. These we gotta clear out because we're gonna be passing through here a couple times. Yeah, look at Leon Bandit shooting. Like he's a Chinese spy. Oh, let's see if we can grab the let's see if we can line them all up so we can kill them with one shot. Best way to deal with them. But they all have to be lined up. Here we go. Damn, it just completely bisected that one guy. Yeah, that other guy there, we do not need to worry about him for anything. We can just leave him there. There's absolutely no point in disturbing him. Okay, so what was the safe? Let's check the files. "2236", got it. I used to have this memorized, but I no longer remember codes all that efficiently. I remember puzzles, but numerical codes, that's a bit more harder for me to remember nowadays. More save ribbons, we don't need that right now. Ink ribbons. I'm not gonna go over here just yet because as soon as we do, I think there's either a huge pack of zombies here or they're on all sides. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go over here first. Upstairs. To grab the valve and turn off the fire. Gotta grab one of these too so we can just take it back to the save room. That sound effect is nice and crispy there. With the rocks or whatever it is, the gravel. Zombies are still there. Alright, so let's put all this away for now. We're gonna reload the shotgun and then we're gonna store these. Because we don't need more than 5 right now. So we're gonna store this here. Some extra ammo. I think the zombies might disappear when we turn off the fire, but I'm not sure. When we put it out using the valve and the water tank, but I'm not sure. Oh, look at that jump scare with the crows. If I hadn't seen him a million times before, I would have been stunned right there. A water pressure valve. It reads excessive pressure may rupture the water tank. Obviously that's already burning, so we don't see the cutscene. I just remember we don't see the cutscene that led to that here. We gotta wait for the B scenario. Let's lure this one away first. Yeah, these are best avoided. There's no point in finding them whatsoever. Just avoid them. Nothing special. There's a valve and more ink ribbons. We might as well grab those since we never need to come here again. This is strictly a one-way only room. They actually did a nice homage to this in the remake. Oh, look at that! His guts are cut in half because of the polygonal work. The guts are actually part of his pants, so it looks like it's cut in half. Just push him away, Leon. Whatever. We got plenty of health there. We can't afford to waste ammo. We got plenty of health. And plenty of ammo for now too, but we're still better off not wasting it. It's too bad they didn't show the cutscene again of the helicopter crashing in the remake. We just hear a big crash and then it suddenly is there in the hallway just set on fire. You never really see the helicopter crash anymore. Which is a shame. There's some details of that remake that bother me. It's not a perfect remake. Like, I do wish Leon and Claire interacted more in the remake. They barely see each other. You know? Helicopter's a complete wreck. Damn, no bullets? That's lame. I thought there were bullets in there. I guess it's only in the V scenario, maybe? Yeah, there were some little changes they made that weren't quite for the best. It is one of my favorite remakes ever, but it's not a perfect remake, you know, it's not one for one. It's more like a reimagining of the game. Which is apparently what they're gonna do with Tomb Raider now. They're gonna reimagine the first game again. I was bothered by it at first, but then when they confirmed they're gonna have all the areas and they're just gonna expand them, it's actually a lot more interesting now. It's fine. Whatever, you know. If that's what they want to do, like, they already have a new game coming out after that in 2027, so maybe it'll be great, you know. Tomb Raider Anniversary was pretty good. It was pretty fun. So if all they're gonna do is just expand it and, you know, make it some wide, immersive environments, without the limitations of the original, and bring back Lara's agility and all that stuff, that's pretty cool. I can deal with that easily. These bastards did not disappear. Well, fuck you guys. Yeah, like, as long as they're not cutting anything out or making it too much like the new titles. Yeah, lay your ass down, fool. Is there another guy there or not? Yes, there is. Yeah, you know, don't mess with it too much. That's what I'm saying. But it should be fine. Okay, we need the 2 red hearts for this one. Both the helicopter and door are destroyed. It doesn't look like it's possible to get to the other side. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think those max files are basically Leon and Claire with all the weapons, basically. The rocket launcher, the Gatling gun, and the machine gun. Or submachine gun, at any rate. Let's put this here since we don't need it for now into the sewers. We don't need this just yet. We do need to get use this key, but I'm actually not sure if I want the stock for the 3 burst, because yes, it does a lot of damage, but it also wastes a lot of ammo. And you can see here with Leon shooting like that, he actually shoots a lot faster than he does in normal mode. You know, regularly it takes a bit, but here he shoots quite fast. He shoots quite fast and frequently, so I don't think there's any need to retrieve that stock because it's just gonna waste bullets. You know, you end up using 3 bullets or 6 bullets to kill a zombie that just needs only 1 or 2. So it's probably not worth our time. Probably. Maybe if we see nothing else to use the small keys on, we'll use it, but I don't think it's worth the effort. Because it's something like in the remake, it's also kind of useless there too. I don't think it's worth the effort to get that particular thing. Got the precinct key, the diamond key. Let's use the 2 red jewels. This little cutscene is also one that you could play on the PS1 outside of the game. By putting in the game disc, but instead going to the PS1 menu options, you could actually play that cutscene on its own. This one right here, I remember thinking that was pretty decent, that you could see that animation on its own. Got the king plug. So he does not burst out of the ceiling in this one, it's a B scenario. Grab some more shotgun shells. See, we don't need to use the shotgun right now. And we're saving up a lot of ammo for it. It's mainly for the bosses and for like the lickers and some of the later levels. Got 11 whole bullets there. More than enough to kill a few lickers or one boss. Let's store this as well. It's in the shape of a diamond. We should probably go unlock the door downstairs. But I think I'm gonna go over to where Marvin is first so we can get more ammo for it. I'm trying to remember where's the cord. I think the cord might be downstairs in the east wing of the police department, because the cord lets you block off some of the windows that are open. It's not as good as the boards in the remake game, but it still works for a little bit of time. But I think also if I think if you use it here, then you don't have it available for Claire B, so I think maybe we might as well just leave it alone. Oh, he's right there. We can dodge him. Because what happens when you use the cord is that when it runs out and it gets when it gets overcharged or whatever and it explodes, when it shorts out, you get a cutscene of all the zombies entering into that hallway, and then that hallway is just infested. But since we no longer need to go there in the first place, I don't think there's any need to I don't think there's any need to retrieve the electrical cord just yet. Some items are purely voluntary. Let's go deal with Marvin. We can put him out of his misery. What do you think about the new Resident Evil? Are you excited for it or not? Or does it look kind of mediocre, like Village was? I'm not saying it's a bad thing and like, oh, it's a terrible game. I'm just saying it wasn't inspiring. It's just something about it that was just off. Oh nice, he wiped them out. Excellent. God damn it. These guys were not wiped out. Shit. Now they are. Got another film. So let's go develop that first before we go over and face Marvin head on. This game is very addictive too, like you don't want to stop playing it. Film A. Koji Human Body Experiment 9/15/1524. So it's an arm with an eyeball in it. Nice. Why does it need so many eyes? That's basically the signature trait of G-Virus infection, right? The giant eyeball. Why does it need so many eyes? Like, is it an evolutionary function so that it can see better from multiple fronts? You know, if you get your eyes taken out on the head, the arm still has a workable eye. Is that what's the purpose? Just so it can see better in case of an emergency. Like, I see you. So when it points at Leon and says, I see you, the arm is literally seeing Leon. More bullets? Sorry, Marvin's trying to put you out of your misery. Why does he just turn purple all of a sudden? Just like that in 3 seconds. God damn, Marvin. Shit. Sorry, Marvin. Had to do it. Memo to Leon. To Leon S. Kennedy, congratulations on your assignment to the Raccoon City Police Department. We all look forward to having you as part of our team and promise to take good care of you. Welcome aboard from all the guys at the RPD. Oh, so it does look like it was a nice working environment. Someone has made quite a mess here. Damn, there's no bullets in Jojo's locker. Wasn't that supposed to be, a thing? There were actually bullets there? Huh. Did they get removed, or am I thinking of maybe like the original RE2, not the DualShock version? Yeah, there was supposed to be handgun bullets there. Why did they get removed? I guess maybe it's only in the original version and not the DualShock version, I guess. Now I think if you enter the East Wing or the West Wing, whichever, but if you enter the other wing of the precinct through the bottom door, I think you get confronted with a pack of zombies. Whereas I think if you go in through the entrance from the other side, you know, where the crows are, and you go through that office, I think you find yourself in the middle of the zombie pack. So I think it's a lot better to enter this way. Oh yeah, definitely, because then I think if you go through that blue door, you find yourself right there in the middle, which is not good. So it's easier just to enter this door and gun them all down. Look at that. Hell yeah, like a gangster, Leon. Let's go. There seems to be an office over there. What else do we need the diamond key for? September 28, night shift, George Scott. Oh, look at that, we can actually read the text on the memos. Department established 1969. First aid, interrogation, Miranda rights, positive reinforcement, build rapport. So these police officers were actually focused on working as police officers. They weren't just thugs in uniforms. You know, like many police are and how Chief Irons wanted them to be. They were actually focused on doing a good job as police officers. That's refreshing to see. They weren't scumbags. Except for the chief, he was a scumbag, but everyone else was fine. Lie your ass down. Ooh, that guy's coming. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't think the stock to get the 3-round burst is necessary since he shoots so fast. And I don't think it would serve any purpose. I think it's just it's fine the way it is. Oh, this is where we get the cord, I think. Got a small key. Okay, I was about to say, is that the only thing that's in here? But no, we got the plug over there. Might as well combine this. I don't like to combine them randomly. I like to combine stuff in order as I find it, but we might as well clear the space. Oh damn, we got 3 things to get in here. I think we can get the plug, the cord, and the first aid kit because I think it's not until you go over there and check out the mirror that it activates. I think the liquor bursts through as soon as you grab the plug, so I think as long as we grab those 2 items and come back, we're fine. So let's go put all that stuff over there in the box. What was your guys' impression of this game when you first played it growing up? When I first played this game in 1998, I thought it was one of the best games I've ever played. I was awestruck by how much better and improved it was over the original in almost every single way. Like maybe the original was creepier in some parts, but this was way beyond what they had done in Resident Evil 1, for sure. So to me, it was literally one of the best games ever made. And I still think it's one of the best games ever made. I don't see any real problems with it. The voice acting is corny, but you know, that is what it is. That was the voice acting of that era. You know, it was all like that. Like games like Metal Gear and Soul Reaper were the exception, not the rule, so it was all like that for the most part. But they tried their best, and there's some really decent acting in some places on the part of like Claire's voice actors, you know, Allison Court, and even Leon's doesn't do as bad of a job in some scenes. You just gotta accept it's not modern voice acting. Other than that, it's fine. I was taken aback by the fact that the game looked nothing like what we had seen in the previews and magazines because all that stuff got discarded and turned into Resident Evil 1.5. So that threw me for a loop. The fact that the police precinct looks so different. And also the fact that we never really get that far into the city. Like, we're mainly in the police precinct and the sewers and in the Umbrella lab. Like, we never really get to see much of the outside of Raccoon City, so that was why they had to make Resident Evil 3. That, and it was a placeholder for well, it was supposed to be the real Resident Evil 3, which was Code Veronica on the Dreamcast. Which, surprise, surprise, that game turned out to be quite a bit of a mess. It did not work as intended. It's still a good game to some, but I just see tons and tons of problems with that game. And now, thanks to good old Dusk Golem, who's informed us that the Code Veronica remake is gonna release in 2027, and then the RE0 remake is gonna release in 2028. That guy is full of shit. He's full of such shit, man. It's just, and he's an attention whore. Like, he's starved for attention. He cannot go a single week. He cannot let a single week go by without mentioning some type of Resident Evil rumor or leak that he's made up himself. That guy sucks. Almost as much as that liquor jumping in through that window. He sucks that much. But we got everything we need to get here, so we never have to come back here again until we do the other puzzle. Oh yeah, look at those boots on Leon. They look kind of nice. Yeah, I think we have to come back and we need to get the other key though. I think it's the club key door. Let's go put that back in the put it back in the box, but before we do that, we're gonna take out those dogs. You can see that guy is still alive because he's turning his head. Are the dogs in here? Let's see. Are they in here? Oh no, they're not. They're downstairs. Oh good, we don't have to deal with them. Got more shotgun shells. Oh yeah, we need the club key door. I think I'm gonna stop here after we go put all this stuff in the box, because downstairs is a whole section with the sewers, not the sewers, with the prison cells with Ada, and then we do go for a bit into the sewers and see the spiders, and then we talk a bit with Ben, and we do Ada's little part where yeah, we do her part where she goes into the treatment plant for like one room. But yeah, there's just a lot of, it's like a whole different section, so I might as well save here and then we'll continue on next time. Yeah, I still think this is one of the best games ever made, for sure. It's not the best Resident Evil game ever made. I think that's actually Resident Evil Rebirth, the remake of RE1. I think that's the best Resident Evil game they've ever put out. Even better than RE4 or RE4 remake or even RE2. I think that's the best, but this one definitely occupies a very close second. And I think it's almost tied with the remake. I can't decide which one is actually better. The remake has better voice acting, better storytelling, and it's a much better game overall, but this one definitely has its appeal, and it pretty much laid the groundwork for the rest of the series, so this one was legendary. The remake is fine. I still think it's one of the top 3 RE games, but I think they're very much tied at second place. I wouldn't put one over the other because this one has flaws and the remake has flaws. There was some stuff the remake improved on and did better, and there's some stuff this one does better, like the Claire and Leon interactions, so I think they're all in all, I think they balance out. So we're gonna put this here. We got a ton of health stored already. We're gonna grab the increments. We're gonna save. Yeah, I think both of these games are pretty much tied for second place as far as the as far as their position in the series. I think it's those, and then I'd probably put RE3 in third place after those two. Fourth would be honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe RE7 would be fourth, maybe. Maybe, I'm not really sure. RE7 will be fourth, and then let's see, what would I put in number 5? I guess I'd give it to RE4, either version, I guess. But RE4 is definitely not in the top 3 for me. That was actually one of my least favorite Resident Evil games for a long time. Like, it was great fun to play, but it wasn't my favorite RE title by a long shot. I've had to grow fonder of it over the years, you know. It's grown on me, but it's still not anywhere near my preferred version of Resident Evil, so I think for me the best one would always be the remake of 1, and then it's followed by RE2/RE2 remake, and then we have RE3, and then RE4, I mean number 4 and 5, that's where we can debate. So yeah, this one still ranks pretty highly in my view. Like, it's almost a perfect game pretty much. Capcom was firing on all cylinders when they developed this, that's for sure. Okay, so we did a big chunk of the game. What can I say? The game looks gorgeous. It looked gorgeous with the first HD mod, and it looks even more gorgeous now. We never got to do the sections with Claire because, like I said, the game kind of glitched out and ended up recording only the audio. All you saw was a blackened screen, so we never really got to do the Claire playthrough for the original RE2, so I'm definitely going to do that here. This game is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to go back and play. It's more than just nostalgia bait, you know. It's not. There are some games that you view through the lens of nostalgia, and you go back and play them, and they're not actually that great. They're kind of mediocre, but this one still holds up even after all these years, and it's definitely well worth the $4.99 you pay for it on GOG, especially once you can modify it with the HD mod and make it look really gorgeous, like it looks here. Like, they have this looking really great with the modifications and new additions that they made. So they fixed all the cutscenes, the textures look great, you can actually read every single thing on the map or in the rooms in the different rooms in the game. So all in all, it's a pretty impressive piece of work for what is basically a fan effort, and it's been mainly a fan effort for the past few years. Like I said, sometimes these fans do what the companies don't, and games are all the better for it. You know, if it wasn't for that fan effort, we never would have gotten a remaster of Soul Reaver 1, you know? We never would have gotten a remaster of, not a remaster, on an enhanced edition of Silent Hill 2, so sometimes the fans do some pretty great work, and this is definitely one of those examples. I look forward to playing more of it, but that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time on Resident Evil 2 with the newly enhanced HD mod on PC. See you later, everyone.